Alright, man, look like I'm back on this main channel again. And I actually feel like talking because, in my previous videos, as I dropped, I would, drop the videos and I'd be, oh my God, it would be such a relief that I'm done with the video. Now, I feel like I'm coming back to life and I just feel like talking again. And, yes, I'm back. And, the reason why I haven't really been talking about these finals because, to be honest with you, I already knew this outcome was gonna happen. Like, the Boston Celtics was going to dominate the Mavericks. Yeah, I understand the Mavericks won Game 4 to extend the series, but to be honest with you, I do not see this going past 5. That's just the way it is. I feel like the Celtics are gonna have another year. They're gonna have to, get into, and I feel like they will get into, and they will beat the Mavericks, and they will win the 18th championship. Unfortunately for the Lakers team, right? So. Well, fortunately for my fandom of the Lakers, to clarify. But yeah, I really made this video, as you see by the thumbnail, that the NBA Finals, as the presentation, the way it's covered, it just all took a downgrade, man. Bro, the 2000s, where I grew up on, because I was born in 01, I saw multiple finals between, I saw the 06 finals, right? I saw 08 because that was the Lakers. I saw 09, then I saw 2010, then the rest of it I saw, right? I saw all the finals up until that point. I just feel like it's just way worse, bro, because listen, on the finals court, the trophy, everybody been begging for that to come back. That has not came back whatsoever. And I just do not understand why they took it away. That was the main essence of the finals. The big presentation, the why you there. I just don't get why that got stripped away. But you can add a red carpet or you know what I'm trying to say, with the in-season tournament court crap. Bro, yeah, I understand it's you try to make it like a race or something, you have the colors and stuff. I understand that. But if you're going to provide that court, why not provide the logo, the finals logo, the trophy, the Larry O'Brien? Why not put that back on the court and, add the Mystique that the finals had back in the day? I just don't understand why that got stripped away. I still would never understand that, right? And then, that's just one piece of the pie. Let's talk about the main reason of why the finals is just not the same. The actual coverage of the NBA Finals. Now, I understand the Celtics is a way better team than the Mavericks. I get all that, right? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, you have Drew Holiday, Derek White, then you have Chris Porzingis, who's been missed most of this year, but he provided his presence in Game 2. I think it was Game 2, Game 1. No, Game 1, and he got hurt in Game 2. And, you got all these pieces for the Celtics, right? And then you have the Mavericks, they got Luka, Kyrie, and they have, PJ Washington, he been stepping up here and there. Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, who's been, he's young, he's definitely gonna have to improve. But I just don't get, how the NBA Finals coverage is non-existent. Why am I seeing Kendrick Perkins on First Take talk about LeBron James and follow him on Twitter? That's wild. I'm not gonna front. That's wild. When I seen that, when I woke up to that headline, I'm like, wow, we are really in the dirt of media coverage, bro. And then you have Stephen A. I think he won First Take. Maybe I could be wrong, a couple days ago, maybe a week or so ago. I don't know when I first saw this. But it said that man is, he's fearing for the future of the media coverage. And I'm like, bro, you the main reason. You the main culprit of why the media coverage for the NBA, football, and stuff like that is in the dirt. Because the only thing you are very good at talking about is rivalries, is legacy and stuff like that. Bro, legit. What have you provided in coverage for this Mavs Celtics series? And then when we get a podcast that talk about X's and O's schemes, what this team should do better, what this team pick and roll coverage. When we get that podcast, you decide to just hate on it 24/7. Like, bro, have you said anything positive about the JJ Redick and LeBron James podcast? Absolutely not. You just been just saying, I see what's going on, LeBron. I see what's going on. You try to protect your legacy by having started a podcast with one of the brightest minds in sports. What those big words he be using. It is weird. He be saying stuff like that. Then he just his latest rant on that podcast. He gonna go on to say that it was wrong for LeBron to start a podcast with JJ Redick because he knew his coach was on the hot seat. What in the world, bro? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? I don't know where that came from, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you because LeBron James and JJ Redick, both of them, they have talked about why the media coverage is just not hitting the same. Because, bro, yeah, the rivalries, the back and forth debates, that was good for the 2010s. Now we're moving forward and we gotta be more progressive towards like learning the game. That is the point of the podcast. Not because LeBron trying to protect his legacy or LeBron is doing his coach dirty because he was talking about X and O schemes. That's ridiculous. And that's wild to put that on LeBron James. Yes, in my opinion, back in the day, I'm not gonna front. I was on the LeBron James is a coach killer. Like he saw how Mike Brown got fired. He tried to get Eric Spoelstra out of there. Like I was on that side until like he's actually on the team, and you see like, okay, like Frank Vogel, like he's a great defensive coach, but he could not control locker room. His offensive scheme was not good. And the same things I'm talking about, it happened just with the Suns. They offensive scheme was like too pick and roll heavy. Well, I won't say too pick and roll heavy. It was like stagnant at times. And it was very stagnant in the clutch, which like that's the whole big proponent of his offense being bad. And then the defense wasn't there because they didn't have the personnel to fit his system. So yeah, like I can understand from that front. And then you go at Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham, he was just like too in and out of his head. To be honest with you, I feel like if he had an experienced staff, he would not have made the mistakes he made, especially like for timeouts, like running multiple plays within a quarter, like stuff like that. That would not have happened if he had more experienced staff. But instead, he hired his buddy right here. He hired his buddy right there. He kept Phil Handy, who was part of the reason of the offensive play calling being inconsistent. And I think Chris Gent, he also had a play in. And then I just don't understand like why we don't have actual guys that been on staff that's been former. So you can even get a former head coach like Frank Vogel did. He got Lionel Hollins, he got Jason Kidd. You saw the staff he put together. That's the same staff they should have put together for Darvin Ham. But Darvin Ham wanted to put together his own staff since the Lakers' job is, just wasn't appealing to some coaches, and the coaches that was out there, it wasn't good because Quinn Snyder, he had basically was waiting for another head coaching job, and he had to wait his contract out because if let's say he did come to the Lakers, the Utah Jazz will like nix that in a heartbeat since he had like a year or so in his deal. So yeah, the reason I brought that up because because I was just giving you the examples of the LeBron James former head coach is not on the Lakers, like because I know what was going on with Cleveland, right? I don't know why they just decided to up and fire Mike Brown. He had 260 win seasons, and they've been to Eastern Conference Finals twice. I just didn't understand that. So yeah, I just don't understand why the Lakers, not the Lakers, I just don't understand why the finals coverage is just so bad. Like I just mentioned with the coach killer stuff when Steve A tried to start up again, the legacy stuff he be trying to start. It's like he don't provide anything of any positive stuff that come out of his mouth. And then he also just mentioned not too long ago that Paul George, he already know how to play without a star player, basically just throwing shots at Kawhi Leonard. So it's just like, bro, Stephen A, you're the main proponent of the media coverage being so trash. That's why you fear for it, because you're not providing the leadership that these other these analysts, like, trying to build their career, who they should need to look up to and stuff like that. And then as of late, they've been talking about the WNBA more. He just missed with a bunch of stuff. Like, he told Andrea Carter that you need to think about more of the revenue, the money. You just need to get clicks and stuff. And she straight up told him, I'm not gonna risk my basketball integrity or knowledge of the game to get more revenue or money. And that's how it should be. Everything is not about clicks. You gonna get your clicks. I'm not saying that strip away who you are as a person. I feel like we need a mixture of both. We need hot takes, like spicy takes. We need legacy talk. We need that. We still need that. But we also need a mixture of okay, so if the Celtics do this on this coverage, this is how the Mavericks should attack this coverage. And stuff like that. Or, just somebody give detailed analysis on the show. I don't know. That's the reason why the media coverage around the finals has been so trash. And I just wish the presentation was much better. For example, the intros, when they were doing the pregame intro, they don't do that no more. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, they don't even have the finals logo no more. It just the certain aspects of the game has been lost. And Adam Silver, who's he's supposed to be this progressive man that he understands and is in touch with the fan base and stuff like that, that he should bring this stuff back. But he just decided not to. I don't know. It's very frustrating. It's crazy. It's very crazy because David Stern, who was folks really didn't like him, especially I didn't like him because what he did to the Lakers, basically nixing a deal that we rightfully traded for Chris Paul, but he gonna decide to nix it since he was the owner of the Hornets. And Dan Gilbert and the other owners and stuff like that decided to cry about it. So that's why he just felt the need to, intervene in this deal himself. So, yeah, he did a better job, in controlling the NBA and still providing, the presentation and the mystique of the NBA. And Adam Silver, who's, in my opinion, I liked him, but after what's been happening, I just don't know anymore, especially since the game is going backwards instead of forwards. So yeah, that's really all I got for today's video. I just wanted to talk about the media coverage. I wanted to talk about the presentation and basically the mystique. It just has been lost on the NBA and the NBA Finals as a whole. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Hopefully you guys comment and subscribe. And this is your boy Trail.